Today we're heading off to Lahemaa National Park, the first national park in Estonia, actually the first one in the Soviet Union, established by the Soviets. Our first stop is the Viru Bog Trail. Let's head out. All right, we just got to the Viru Bog Trail and it's super cool. There's this icy water all around the trees on either side. Looks like it's about 3-mile walk, something like that. This should be really cool. I'm super excited. A fair bit of bog restoration is underway. We'll come across some of that later in the hike. So the boardwalk has transitioned to this narrow platform that seems like it's kind of floating on the bog. Minor obstacle, no problem. So the bog is in the process of restoration. Behind me is what they're dealing with. This is an area where the peat has been harvested for a long time and now has to be restored back into being a bog. The biodiversity of this area is really impressive. We were looking at signs earlier. Sounds like there's more than 500 different types of mosses that grow here. You get unique things like Scots pine trees that are stunted in their growth because of all the water. It's an amazing place, and it's cool that they're spending the time and energy to bring it back to what it used to be. Something worth noting about the bog is the smell. There was a sign about it earlier as well. All these plants, they produce this lovely vegetal, kind of piney smell, obviously all the pine trees. Somewhere there's a fire nearby, so there's a hint of wood smoke. It's really just lovely. Over the centuries, as Estonia changed hands between the Danish, Swedish, and Russian Empire, throughout the Baltic Germans held power as a landowning elite. Palmse Manor, once owned by the powerful von der Palen family, is an excellent example of how the Baltic Germans lived. Let's go check it out. The house was open and a few staff were working, but like so many other places here in Estonia in the shoulder season, we had it just about entirely to ourselves. Like everything in Estonia, there's an app for the tour. You can learn about the original sofa.
The salon is furnished with Russian Biedermeier furniture made of Karelian birch from the first half of the 19th century.
This right here is the music machine. And that roll inside is what has a bunch of songs on it. So that's like your record player right there. We're going to capture the transformation on video. Map of the whole estate. The nicely appointed wine cellar, I think, is still used for events. It's lunchtime, so we headed to the expansive tavern on site for a hearty and rustic lunch.
That's hot. That's good.
we've just arrived in Käsmu, which, according to this sign, is a well-known summer resort. This being late March, which as far as we can tell is the ideal time to visit Estonia if you want to have Estonia essentially to yourself. It's not a summer resort right now, I guess, but we're going to check it out, maybe go look at the ocean. It's Littleberry's house, apparently. This is the historic maritime school that produced generations of sea captains. So we made it to the coast. We're in the fishing village of Käsmu, and I'm standing around rocks that are not Estonian. These are glacial erratics that were moved here by glaciers from Scandinavia. It should be of particular interest to Ellen. We noticed a lot of sea glass, and this is why sea glass manufacturing going on